Hello YouTube, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to have a look at a Hero Hey video called The Concord Devs Have Returned. It's bad. Okay, so let's place bets. I think this video is going to be about that one game people keep calling Concord 2. You know, the one that got announced at the Video Game Awards. Because, you know. Everyone said they got Concord vibes from that. Now, before I start the video, I just gotta say, when that thing got announced at the end of the Video Game Awards, yes, I saw the Video Game Awards, the Expedition 33 Awards. Not saying it doesn't deserve Game of the Year, it's just, damn, it won like every award it was in. But anyway, when that last game got announced, I was kind of disappointed because the host of the Video Game Awards was just hyping it up, and then he said, "Oh yeah, they also made Titanfall," and I'm all, wait, Titanfall? You said Titanfall? And that's when it got my attention, and then I was going either Titanfall 3 or a spiritual successor to Titanfall of some sorts. But what we got was a generic hero shooter, which, yeah, I could see why people are calling it Concord. It did get kind of Concord-ish vibes from it. But here's the thing. That game's going to be free to play, so I imagine it will last a little longer than Concord. Let's say maybe it would last a full week. I'm joking, but it'll probably last, I don't know, maybe a little bit longer than Concord, I predict. Unless it's like really that bad. Well, Concord, you had to pay money. That's one reason why it died, and everything about Concord was bad. But anyway. Yeah, I was disappointed seeing that. I was hoping for something Titanfall related or, again, spiritual successor. But, yeah. Anyway. Let's make the screen full, make it full screen, and let's start the video. Well, first let me scoot to the corner. There we go.
So there's this game called Highguard that just had a trailer.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
And people are calling
I didn't even remember the name of the game, just so you know.
it like Concord 2.0 or the new Concord. You can.
Oh, geez, I just read the comment right there. Wow, that's wild. A new genre, Concord-like. You know, I like Souls-likes just because... Oh, hold on, let me...
See this take from...
Hold on. I forgot to fix that. My bad. But yeah, I like my Souls-likes. I play a lot of them. A lot of good ones. I still need to beat Code Vein. I've heard of roguelikes, I've heard of Souls-likes, but Concord-likes, ooh, that's wild. That's wild. New genre, Concord-like. Oof. If you see something being called a Concord-like, that's just a warning. Don't play it. Anyway.
Paul Tassi saying Highguard currently sitting at a golden 1 to 10 Concord dislike ratio on YouTube. Hard to understate how tired people are of new live hero shooters.
Yeah. I'm a bit real. We have enough hero shooter games, and what I saw in that trailer, it's just a generic hero shooter, and we already have options. Like, let's see, we got Overwatch, we got Marvel Rivals, the best one out at the moment. We got fucking Paladins, even. Surprised that game isn't dead yet. Wasn't there one called Fragpunk? I don't know if that one's dead yet. Then there's fucking Valorant. Like we have options on what kind of... Wait, wasn't Valve also making one? It's still not, like, released to the public yet? I forgot what it was called. It's like a hero shooter kind of Well, isn't it more like a MOBA? I don't know. I forgot what the Valve one was called. But yeah, we have plenty of options, so why did they... Well, here's why they decided to go to live service hero shooters, microtransactions. But, yeah. Anyway, yeah. We're all tired of hero shooters that are like live service hero shooters.
The craziest thing was to think you should close the show with this, however. Really quick, let's talk about Paul Tassi, though. This is a man who rated Dragon Age the Veilguard 8.5 out of 10. He is...
Okay, he's a game journo. The guy who commented is a game journo. Great, great. He gave Veilguard a good score. I actually... You know, actually had an interest in Veilguard before I saw the trailers. I just knew it was being made, and I'm all, hey, I was a fan of Dragon Age Origins. And then I saw the trailer, and I'm all, oh. FYI, the only Dragon Age game I played was the only good one, which was Origins. I beat it multiple times, in fact. Like, now that I have the PC version, I have like all the DLCs, so I might go through those at some point. But yeah. Damn. So, a game journal is saying this. Wow.
Absolutely, in my opinion at least, one of those corrupt, compromised corpo journalists.
Yeah.
And the Veilguard thing's just one example, but Paul Tassi's been doing stuff like this for a while. My point is, he's also one of the sort of people that never wanted to admit that part of the reason why Concord failed was also because it was filled with DI slop. Like, yes,
oh God.
I can agree that it came out in a saturated genre.
It did.
The price point didn't help it. But bro will never admit that the character roster, which is one of the most important things in a hero shooter...
Yeah, that's like one of your main things. To like, if people don't like how the characters look, they probably won't ever try out your game. Like, you see Concord's character designs, they weren't great. And that's one reason why I never had interest in it. Like, the gameplay itself, it was slow for a hero shooter I saw, and I think some people said the best character design in the game was the walking trash can robot. Jesus Christ. But, yeah. To be fair, though, like, in at least some of the characters in Highguard's trailer didn't look terrible? I don't know. I mean, when compared to Concord, the character designs in that weren't bad in Highguard's trailer. I'll give it that. It doesn't look as bad as Concord with the characters.
Was also just DI slop with Concord.
Yeah.
You know, these sort of people, man, they never want to face the facts. Now, as for this new hero shooter that's coming up, Highguard, that we're talking about for the main topic of this video, we've actually got some of the Concord team working on this one. Genius. For example, over here on their official website for the dev team, Wildlight, they talk about their team. And they've got Jessica Grant,
outsourced
who
producer,
worked on Concord and some other games there, and someone else. Where's the other person? Daniel Luna, who had also
a gameplay engineer.
Concord. Yeah, great.
The gameplay engineer. So, is this game gonna just play like Concord and they reskinned it or something? Curious.
People to bring on, that's for sure. You know, recipe for massive success right there. And it looks like Highguard's coming out in a mere... Oh, what the frick? The graphic changed. When I was clicking record...
It comes out in January,
Hold up, let me just refresh the page. Okay. Days until launch, 44... 44 days. Mark your calendars, guys. That might be a fun one to keep track of.
Jesus.
So I'll show you the official trailer for this game, Highguard, as well as like the first minute or so, which is Jeff Keighley hyping it up, which was another reason people are so critical of this game. They're like, really all that hype for this? I don't watch the Game Awards, and I wasn't familiar with their like protocol, but apparently they normally share a giant important reveal for last.
Usually.
And this was their final reveal this year, so it's getting like extra mocked for that reason too. Like, real shill moment. They're really trying to present this thing as like the next big hero shooter, and I think the game looks really generic and mid.
Yes,
but you know, Concord was just so exceptional in so many ways, in a terrible ways, of course. And it's going to be hard to assess just how potentially bad this game is until we actually get like the official character roster, which as of recording has not yet been released. Because as we just discussed, the character roster is one of the most important things for a hero shooter.
Yeah. You want to know why I got into Overwatch? The character rosters didn't look bad, and also I saw a bunch of fan content. Yeah. Oh, come on. We all know that's that's what's keeping Overwatch going. But yeah, I got into Overwatch mainly because some of the characters their designs didn't look terrible. And then Marvel Rivals, not just because it was Marvel characters I knew, but the character designs were good. They weren't like Concord levels of bad. In fact, they were... Marvel Rivals is probably the only hero shooter I'm going to be playing for a while.
And while we obviously can see some of the characters in the trailer, that's probably not all of them. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see once it's released. But for now, here is the trailer.
Oh, God. I was so disappointed when I saw this. Oh, look, guys. You want Valorant 2? Concord 2? Valorant.
You know, sometimes our last reveal at the Game Awards is a teaser for something years and years away. But not tonight. Our final world premiere comes from 61 members of the team that built Apex Legends and Titanfall.
You see, as soon as he said Titanfall, that's what got my attention. I'm all, Titanfall? For real?
4 years ago, the principals founded a new independent studio with the hopes of pushing the shooter genre forward with a new original game. They've done it in complete secrecy, which is even more amazing because the game is very deep into development. The power of independent, self-published studios to push this medium forward is a growing and I think positive theme in our industry. And so tonight, you're not only going to get the announcement of the game, but also your first look at the gameplay. I've played it, and after you see this trailer, I think you're going to want to as well. Welcome to Highguard.
Looks generic to me.
Into lands uncharted and dangers untold. I venture without fear. And ride.
Hey guys, how would you like to play Concord, but we put in the horse from Elden Ring? You guys remember Elden Ring? You guys like Elden Ring, right? I don't know. For some reason, when they summoned the horse, it reminded me of when you summon Torrent in Elden Ring.
Without rest. For coin or for cause.
We added horses and mounts. Hey, wait. A hero shooter with mounts? This is Paladins. God, is Paladin still alive? Is it on life support? I don't know if people still play Paladins. I'm pretty sure most people just play Marvel Rivals now.
Bringing the heat.
I used to like Paladins, FYI.
Your light belongs to me.
I will give it that some of their characters don't look as bad as Concord, but we haven't seen the full roster, so they're purposely hiding the roster, just so you know.
Strike fast. Siege tower coming in. The enemy is on gate. I'm coming for you.
I mean, I guess the bright side is this game's free while Concord wasn't. But at the same time, I don't really have an interest in this. Isn't that just a move from Valorant? Okay, don't you copied Night Rain. You will never be the Viking dude from Elden Ring Night Rain. Raider, that's his name. You will never be Raider.
And this is my oath.
I don't know, it felt like he was... January 26th.
Pretty crazy.
Next month.
That's right. Highguard launches in just 7 weeks on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. It is insanely fun to see, fun to play, as you saw in that trailer.
So yeah, definitely looks generic and mid in my opinion.
Yeah.
Two of those characters also have that really boring, generic, modern audience sort of haircut.
Yeah.
That, for some reason, you'll see AAA devs just loving. They always love.
I don't know why.
That said, yeah, definitely not as bad as Concord though.
Yeah, yeah.
And the memes calling it like.
Yeah, we could give it that. It's not... It doesn't look as bad as Concord, but... It doesn't look interesting. Yeah, it's... It's not as bad as Concord, but I feel like it will suffer Paladin's fate, where it's... It'll probably die like Paladins is dying. Well, again, Paladins is on... I feel like it's on life support. I don't know. Last time I checked, it was... had barely any players.
Like Concord 2.0 are funny, especially because there's a few Concord devs working on this.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when I see people like Paul Tassi saying this is just like Concord, like I don't trust that dude one bit. It seems like it's an attempt at like whitewashing how bad Concord was, and again their deflection about the DI elements and how far Concord went.
Never
down
trust a
those
game,
elements,
Journo.
I should say. Went with those elements. But yeah, anyways, moving on from that, there's also another layer to this as well, because people are saying they're disappointed that from the creators of Titanfall that like they expected something like actually cool, especially after Jeff Keighley hyped it up. As someone who never played Titanfall and never really got into hero shooters at all, I can't really comment too much on this stuff because I'm really not familiar at all with it, but that's what I'm seeing people.
Titanfall's not a hero shooter, FYI. It was a game where you had mechs, and like in the multiplayer you could fight each other, and then like your meter builds up, and then you could just call in your Titan, your mech, and then you guys could just fight each other on the mechs, or like you could fight on foot and shit like that. You could like try, like you'll still be able to destroy the enemy on foot if you don't have your mech. Gotta be careful though, but you know. I'm not that skilled at Titanfall. I've only played 2. Yes, I want to play the first one also.
People saying, I'm seeing people saying like they wanted a specific Titanfall thing. I forget if they were saying they wanted a sequel or something, but what they wanted was
Titanfall
definitely
3.
not this, right?
No.
The only hero shooter I ever got into was Marvel Rivals, and I still really like that game a lot.
Yeah, play Marvel Rivals. It's a good game. It's a good game.
But honestly, I haven't played it in like 3 months, bro.
Yeah.
I've played like a handful of games in the last 3 months, simply because there are so many games that I'm playing right now, and I have like hundreds of hours in Rivals.
I have a bunch of different
games. I want to
games
get back
to play.
into it, but there's only so much time in a day. And I'm right
Like
in the
I'm
middle
playing
of
Final
2 different
Fantasy
Total War III
Tactics right
Warhammer
now.
campaigns, right in the middle of trying to get back into EU5 because we just had crazy patches for that. I still want to get back into Stellaris. I just picked up Octopath Traveler 0. I never played any of those games. And I know, like, apparently from the reviews, it's, like, mixed for Octopath Traveler 0. If any of you are playing that, by the way, let me know if you're liking it. It's the first...
I hear Octopath... I used to hear a lot of people like that game. I kind of want to try it just because of the art in it. Like... Octopath just looks interesting to me, so maybe one day I'll try it.
Octopath, excuse me. It's the first Octopath Traveler game that I've played, but so
Yeah,
far
I want
am
to try
enjoying
it at some point.
What else? I think there's some other stuff I'm playing right now too, but like I'm not trying to run through the whole list. Point is, you get the point. I think only so much time. A lot of people are also talking about this tweet from one of the devs on Highguard over at Wildlight. He says, day one of being a game dev with a public-facing game, and I got 75 plus quote retweets personally ripping me apart simply for being excited to share what I poured myself into for years. Lock the account for the time being. I haven't seen the messages that he's referring to, so I don't know. Maybe he's really getting crazy harassment, or maybe it's just criticism. Now, we've seen different AAA devs. I'm not saying this dude's one of them, but we have seen other AAA devs get very mild criticism, and then they suddenly try to play victim, and they start talking crazy stuff about, like, the far...
Yeah, like one guy says, "Oh yeah, hey, this I don't like this game. It doesn't look that great." And then they'll just, like, the dev will respond, exaggerate, saying it has to do with politics or something. If you don't like their games, you're this or that. Like, they go into like a whole weird thing like that. They try to say, "Oh, you don't like our game just because, I don't know, you're racist or something." They'll just make up whatever. Especially in social media, that's like their go-to thing.
Right, chuds are sending hate and threats to me, and it's like, bro, that didn't even happen.
Yeah, and it's like one guy that says that doesn't even message them because no one wants to message the devs. It's like, if it's just one guy saying, "Hey, I don't like your game, bye," they'll just try to say, "Oh, I'm being harassed," even though it's just one person.
You're just like making stuff up and sounding crazy.
Or 10, I don't know.
So, who knows? Make of it all what you will. So yeah, not...
Or if it's like, or if it is people that don't like the game, like multiple, usually they just give, "Oh yeah, hey, here's some criticism, like some constructive criticism or something like that." Rather, obviously there's going to be people that say, "Hey, your game looks like it sucks," or whatever the fuck. But like, I've seen people actually give constructive criticism on the game, and a dev immediately schizos out and tries to make it about, oh, politics. Like shit like that.
Not a great outlook for this game so far, and it's set to release like mid-January. We'll see how it all goes, and I am keeping an eye out for that character roster if they release it beforehand. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend and a great week ahead, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Yeah. But, you know, I'll give it this. It doesn't look as bad as Concord does. It doesn't look nearly as bad as Concord, but it doesn't look great. Like, it's just super generic. And again, we already have options for hero shooters to play. Just play Marvel Rivals. I'm pretty sure Paladin's on life support, and Overwatch is around still. I don't know. Some people say it's better. Some people say it still sucks. I don't know. I don't play Overwatch really anymore. God, I miss OG Overwatch, though. I liked Overwatch 1. Like back in the day when Overwatch first came out, I kind of liked it back then. Oh well, at least there's Marvel Rivals. But yeah, we have options on what hero shooters to play. So even when this game comes out, just remember that there's probably you got options. And at the moment, I just think Marvel Rivals is probably the best hero shooter, so I'm probably going to stick with that. When Highguard comes out, since it's free, I may give it a try at some points, but I feel like Highguard might last a little bit longer than Concord because it's free. At the very least, it's free. Anyway. If you enjoyed this video reaction, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.